Welcome to Dynasty After Dark, here on the Dynasty DNA Network, where we talk Dynasty trades, Dynasty strategy, all things NFL, and all things Dynasty fantasy football. So tune in with us to dominate your Dynasty leagues. It's in your DNA, and here's your Dynasty After Dark host, TJ Blake.
Welcome back, Dynasty DNA Strand Crew. And I did that entry because, we're going to be talking about it here in a minute because this show is a new show. I'm your host, TJ Blake. You can follow me over on X at FFTJBlakeDNA. And if you are listening, it is the first episode of Dynasty After Dark. A little more subtle, right? Because it is dark. And I'm joined on this show by two absolute legends. And the first one is my co-host and co-founder of the Dynasty DNA Network, Ty Blake. You can follow him over on X at Dynasty DNA Ty. Ty, Dynasty After Dark. You got a great one lined up here. A lot of good stuff to be talking about. Are you ready to combat your other co-host who's here tonight, live and in person?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. See how it goes.
All right. Well, we got a great one lined up because our other co-host joining us here is the one and only Dynasty Wiz Nicholas Holt. You can follow him over on X at Dynasty Wiz FF. Wiz, a new adventure, Dynasty After Dark. I will say this, the logo is Baltimore Ravens colors. Can you go ahead and elaborate a little bit more on that?
Well, I mean, you're the one that made it, TJ. So, or someone in your old posse made it for you. I don't know. I had no input on design. We could have done like a little glacier in the background, paid homage to Chicago, obviously. But at least it changes up some of the coloring. And, I think we need to change the background, the restream slightly as well to kind of fit the show a little bit better. But, that's probably for episode like down the road, like 5, 6, 7, 8 type thing. So,
yeah, once we get settled in, I can agree with you on that. And, I will say this, Ty, you give Wiz a hard time about the Ravens, but, he has really come on strong with Chicago, as you have.
Yeah. I mean, I like him. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to cheer for him.
You're not going to cheer for Chicago?
No, I'm only going to cheer for the Steelers. I have my fantasy team. That's it.
And your fantasy team.
That's right.
Okay. Well, you can be like Big Culture Bob, be a mercenary, and just cheer for your fantasy team only. But let me just tell you guys, happy.
That's until the Bears move to Indiana and become the Indiana Bears.
That's
then
right.
He has to.
Yeah, it's a hometown team. You're right, Wiz, and Bob's going to have to cheer for them when they become the Gary Bears, or the Hammond Bears, I should say. Bob's going to have to enjoy the Bears football, and we'll be on him about that, no doubt about it. But what a great first episode we got lined up here today. We are in the middle of July. We're getting closer to training camp. We're getting closer to, the beginning of preseason. So football's slowly working its way back. So, we're getting a lot of trade questions in the Discord, guys. So let's do a response to some of these trades to our fellow members in the Discord. I want to pick you guys' brains on some Dynasty trades and values right now. I'm going to start here with you, Ty, and we'll bounce over to Wiz and get his perspective on this trade. We'll all talk about it. The first one comes from our good friend DB in the Discord. He's been a member for a long time. He is going to be giving up Tet McMillan and a second, and he'll be receiving Luther Burden and Malachi Lemon. What's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I'm taking Tet in the second all day long. It's not even close for me. I don't know why you're looking at me like that. I don't think it's close. I mean, Tet in a second for sure. I mean, Burden, we don't know how good he's really going to be. Same with Lemon, just rookie coming in. We know how good Tet's going to be. I mean, I think he's going to be a top probably 15 guy for a long time at least. Probably a couple wide receiver 1 finishes. He is the main guy there in Carolina. It seems like him and Bryce Young have kind of developed a pretty good chemistry, and then you're getting a second on top of that. So easily the Tet in the second side for me.
Okay. And you just don't trust the Burden situation?
No, I don't trust Burden. I mean, I just don't see no reality where I'd be more excited to getting Burden and Lemon for Tet.
You think Tet's going to be that good?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right, Wiz. So you heard Ty. He says easily Tet in the second for him. What's your thoughts on this? Malachi Lemon, Luther Burden. We know Luther Burden's been getting a lot of juice out there in Dynasty circles right now, right? People trying to get in maybe before they think this blow-up's going to happen. And Mekhi Lemon's a piece that, it's a developmental piece, but it is in that Philadelphia offense. Is this close to you, or is it kind of far apart like Ty says it is?
So you said second, 27 or 28, because this matters slightly, but not really for my answer.
28 second. 28 second.
28 seconds. So, so that makes it even more. I mean, honestly, right, if you look at it, A.J. Brown last year had 121 targets. So that's a pretty big gap missing out of there, right? Obviously, the Slim Reaper's going to get his. He's probably going to get an uptick in targets over there. But Malachi Lemon's going to be slotted in there for that wide receiver 2 job, and it's up to him to, to take it. DJ Moore exiting, he had 85 targets last year. Luther Burden had 60-something-ish. So there's more vacated targets there in Chicago. So the pass there for him, Luther Burden only had 2 touchdowns last season. So obviously, hopefully he sees some sort of uptick in growth in the sophomore year. I'd rather take the players on the better offenses, right? Carolina, Bryce Young's not an elite prospect. He's just going to be a guy that's going to, be good enough to get them in the playoffs every now and again, but he's not going to win the games. He's just at a lesser tier behind, like you also have the Brock Purdy tiers that are just really good game managers that could win you games. He's just in the game manager that he's not going to necessarily lose you games, but he's not going to, his performances are never going to outshine and be able to upkeep with elite offenses. So I'd rather just go ahead and take Luther Burden and Lemon there and just roll the dice with a little bit of risk, and hopefully it pays off.
So, Ty, the very first trade, you and Wiz on a little bit of a disagreement here. Are you surprised by that?
Well, I know he's a big Bears supporter. So not really that surprised. I mean, hey, I like the Bears, don't get me wrong, but some of you guys are going a little too far with this. I don't know. I mean, 2 players to 1, I get it. It's just, I just see what Tet did, and I don't think I can move that for 2 unproven players. I don't think I could do it.
So Wiz is definitely concerned about the quarterback situation. That don't concern you at all?
No, because look how good he was with, and if you think Bryce Young sucks, look how good he is with Bryce Young. I mean, if they end up do get rid of him and get someone better or whatever, I feel like he is a type of guy where I think he could do pretty well with anybody. He's just one of them dudes. So. Yeah, there's no reality for me where I can move him for them 2 guys. I can't see it.
So, Wiz, I know that, Bryce Young, I mean, look, it is a concern, but like Ty said, we did see kind of a nice season. But, I mean, do you think that there could be more of a ceiling to Tet, though? Like, you can get what Ty's saying as far as, like, if the quarterback changes, he thinks there could be more fruit on that tree. I mean, do you agree with that, or do you just think that, hey, the 2-for-1's just too much to pass up?
I have nothing against Tet personally, right? It's just the situation there, right? He's a guy that's kind of quarterback proof-ish, I guess if you want to say that. Kind of like Drake London, where Drake London's been hovering around the same spot with very inconsistent quarterback play. And if they get a better quarterback, I mean, yeah, the wheels are up. He's in Dave Canales is a good offensive mind over there in Carolina. And open just this team's kind of, I just don't feel like they know what their identity wants to be. And that's kind of what it's come back to. Like Jonathan Brooks to be healthy. How many touches is he going to get him and Chuba over there? Because they started running the ball a lot more, which kind of helped Bryce Young out a lot. But it's just, they brought back Coker on a bigger deal. He's going to be fully healthy to start the season. He was banged up coming in the year. And we've seen these dips before rookie seasons, and then teams start figuring out how to cover these guys a little bit better. So, I mean, sophomore slumps happen, and I'm just, just taking a better chance with better offenses, and that's kind of what I'm kind of leaning towards right now. And yeah, Lemon's a big unknown, but if he could be a wide receiver 2 or 3, and Burden could take that step up to be a high end 2, I mean, you're going to put more points on your team than what Ted's going to score with those 2 guys, right? And that 28 second, I can get that back. If it was 27 second, it makes it definitely a little closer where I'm going to kind of pump the brakes and maybe take the Tet side. It all depends on a roster construct, right? Like, what's the point of this deal? Am I trying to tier up to get a better player in there because my bench is loaded? Then Tet makes sense. But if you're like, I kind of need the depth at wide receiver, tearing down a layer and take the risk on those 2 players makes sense to me. So.
Right, and that's why I'm going to lean with you, Wiz. But, I mean, look, I think this is very close. I mean, I don't blame you for going either way. I could definitely see where Ty's coming from. But the stink of the Carolina Panthers, and, we use that word culture, Ty, We use that word, and, it worries me. It does, because, it could get worse than Bryce Young, too. It could.
Okay, so what about Jalen Hurts? You not worried about him at all?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm worried about him, but, it's like this, 2 for 1, right? You're getting 2 for 1.
Yeah, but I think Ted I think Ted is good enough to where, okay, even if one breaks out, do you think he's going to be better than Ted? So I think you're going to need both of them to do really well to win that trade. And are you going to gamble that dice? I know I'm not. So
what? But the thing is, Lemon's going to be insulated for a little bit more. So, right, if he has a bad rookie year and you want out from underneath him because you think Jalen Hurts sucks, you'll have that option. You might be able to flip for a late first this coming year. So it's with Burn and late first for Ted. That's pretty close to probably what most trade calculator values will be online. I get what you're saying though, Ty. I get it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's just it. We know Ty, to his credit, has been, really on some of these players, and he likes Ted a lot. And I'll tell you what, he's a young guy and he impressed Ty, so that's kind of a surprise that you're that.
Well, I think it's just Ty wanted to pick the oldest guy there, and that was Ted.
I think so, and he is the oldest guy there.
I just think that, I think he's the best receiver they've had since Steve Smith. I think he's going to be really good there for a long time. I really do, and I don't think I can roll the dice on 2 guys to 1. And two unproven guys. Luther Burden has not checked a ton of boxes.
Right.
He hasn't shown much. You're just kind of going with your gut on that, yeah, I'm going to go with him. We don't know. We really don't know how that's going to shake out. I don't know. I think that trade could really backfire quick on you. I really do.
Well, I look at Ted as the ceiling of a Drake London, though, right?
Yeah, and that's high.
Well, it is high, but it ain't catastrophe like Justin Jefferson.
It still would suck.
Well, yes, it would suck. You lose a trade, it always sucks. But it's one of them things.
Okay, but if it hits, how much better is it going to be? Let's just say those 2 guys are wide receiver 2s. Did you hit a home run?
Might have.
Oh, come on now.
It's like this, though. Wiz does have a point. The offenses are better. The cultures are better with them 2 teams right now. I like Ben Johnson. Luther Burden's a Ben Johnson guy. He drafted him to be his guy.
We'll see what happens.
We will see what happens. And I think that's a great start. That was a really good trade to start with there from DB.
Who did DB get in that trade?
I think that he was getting Burden and Lemon if he would have took it.
Sorry,
right?
DB.
He didn't. He never took it. He didn't take it. He was asking about that. You don't even know if he took it.
Well, we have to ask him. Do you talk to him?
Well, we could talk to him.
Ask him.
We'll find out. Okay, so
let's call him up real quick.
That's right. Phone a friend. That's a new thing here on Dynasty.
I hope you didn't do it, DB. I really hope you didn't.
I think it might have worked well for you, DB.
Here we go. And it's the first episode, ladies and gentlemen, and we're off and rolling. But we got another wide receiver one here, and this is from Blunt Harmony, another member that's been in the Discord for a while.
Hopefully he does a little better.
All right, well, we're going to find out. We're going to start with Wiz here on this one. Okay, Wiz. So he would be getting Garrett Wilson and giving up Rome Odunze in a 2027 third. What do you like here? Which side do you think's the better in your mind?
Garrett Wilson's a player that everyone kind of loves, but he's on the Jets. Rome Odunze had a really disappointing sophomore year over there. He dropped a lot of touchdowns. He could have been a lot better. I feel like you could have got more than a third back for it because I feel like Garrett Wilson's value is just perceived higher than Rome Odunze's, but I think Rome Odunze is going to be a better season. I think he's going to bounce back. I think Garrett Wilson with Geno Smith or whoever else they're going to have to throw him the ball. If it's Klubnik, God, hopefully not, even though his mom's a big fan of the podcast. It just, I don't know. I'd rather just take Rome Odunze. I think he's just a safer talent, better offense than Garrett Wilson. So,
okay, so he's going to go with the Rome Odunze side, Ty. Are you going to go for Garrett Wilson or Rome Odunze in the 27th third?
I just don't see what everyone sees in these Chicago Bears receivers.
Oh, here he goes.
I don't get it. They're just unproven guys. I look at Rome Odunze and I don't see anything super special. But yeah, and you look at Garrett Wilson, there is something special, but he's in the worst position he can be in, being with the Jets. I think I'm just going to lean Garrett Wilson just with the hope and a prayer he gets out. I don't know when that's going to be, hopefully sooner rather than later, because I truly do feel like if that guy was in a good situation, he would be a top 5 guy, like legit. He is he's very, very, very talented. Could be one of the best receivers in the league. So I think I'm just going to hold on to him and bank on when that happens. And his value's still high right now. We haven't even seen near the ceiling. So I think if he does get that chance, his value is going to be really high. I don't see a Dunze ever getting that high. He's not a sexy name like Garrett Wilson. I'm just going to bank on Wilson.
Okay, so this time I'm going to agree with you. Okay. I'm going to go with Garrett Wilson this time. But, I know Wiz, he is the Chicago guy, right? Get the bratwurst out. He'll be like out there in the parking lot with the Bears guys when they were roasting Brett Favre. That is Wiz right now with the Bears. We know that. And he'll be taking up stakes in Indiana here real soon. But let me just say, I am just a Garrett Wilson fan. I know, I get it. It's disgusting. The Jets are disgusting. But, I mean, Rome Odunze, to me, it worries me from the fact of, I put more of my faith in the 2 receivers on Luther Burden more than I would Rome Odunze because he is a Ben Johnson guy. Rome Odunze is not this regime, Wiz. And I want to see what your thoughts are of that. Is that a concern to you? He isn't from the Ben Johnson regime. He was pre-Ben Johnson. And the fact that, Loveland's there and he was a Ben Johnson guy. We know they like to run the football. I mean, I don't know. How worried are you about that?
If you have 2 other good guys that catch the football, it means you can't triple covers the other guy. There's always going to be open guys in this offense. I think Rome Odunze is not a guy like Garrett Wilson where he needs, 150-plus targets to break 1,000 yards with the Jets. And that's the whole point is I'm looking at it at this year of who's gonna have the better season. I think Rome Odunze is gonna have the better season than Garrett Wilson this year. It's just because of the Jets, dude. I want nothing with the Jets. I'm surprised Aaron Glenn still has a job after. I'm surprised he didn't get fired for the first year. That team, the way he's running it into the ground. I don't know. I just don't get the appeal around the Jets. I don't want anything to do with any Jets assets, Breece Hall included, Mason Taylor included, whoever else you want to throw me a name. I'm good. I just don't want anything to do with the Jets anymore at this point forward. And until they could show that they are serious about winning football games and not just profiting money, it comes down from the owner, head coach, just horrible. They're all horrible, and they need to rework something there. And I'm surprised he stayed. Breece Hall tried to escape, but he got franchise tagged. So I'd rather just take something that I have more confidence in, at least the head coaching staff leadership and the quarterback and everything else around him, all the supporting elements, than what the Jets have. Bears ownership's not great. They're old and they're just cashing a check anymore. So that's kind of the way I see it. But if you're comparing the ceilings, I like Garrett Wilson a lot as a player, but I'm just don't want another 4 years of the Jets.
The situation matters that much to you. The situation matters that much.
Even if he outperforms Rome Odunze and Rome Odunze turns into a bust, I still will have 0 regrets because you're just gonna get a look at the upside of Garrett Wilson. You can keep falling in that same trap year after year. But I do agree on value wise that Garrett Wilson is definitely the heavier side. Like I said, that if you get more than a third, like it was a second, I think it makes it a lot more tossy turny what side you want. But whatever, I'm fine cashing out Garrett Wilson.
Oh, Wiz is laying his ultimatum down on Gang Green. Ty, what's your thoughts about Geno Smith at the helm there this year for the Jets with Garrett Wilson?
Just very meh.
I hope,
you know what it's going to be. It's not going to be pretty, but I just can't. I can't give him away. Can't give Garrett Wilson's talent away for Rome Odunze. We've seen 2 years of that, and it hasn't worked. It hasn't worked. I mean, he hasn't been horrifying, but he hasn't been great.
Well, what we need is Cade Klubnik. His mom's a fan of the show. We're waiting to see. Maybe there's a little magic there, right? Little support from us there. Get Geno out. We'll see. We don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I'm going to stick with Garrett Wilson as well. So, I split evenly with you two on the first couple. And, that's what I love about the Dynasty DNA Discord, guys. These trades, it's always interesting to see.
And who is he getting?
He would be getting the, I believe, the Garrett Wilson side.
All right. Now we're talking.
I'm hoping we could get a better trade, dude. These all been kind of like,
Oh,
Like, give us a juicy one here, TJ.
All right. Well, let's just try this one out. Now, this is half point tight end premium, okay? So everyone needs to realize that. Half point tight end premium. He's going to be receiving Tucker Kraft and Ladd McConkey, and he's going to be sending Jake Ferguson, Travion Henderson, and Marvin Harrison Jr.
Oh, man.
So this one here is pretty tight. I mean, the way you want to cut it. We'll start with you, Ty. He's going to be getting Tucker Kraft, Ladd McConkey, and he's going to be sending, Jake Ferguson, Marvin Harrison, and Travion Henderson, and that is willy-nilly from the Discord.
Yeah, that's a little closer. For me, I'm probably just going to go with Ferguson, Harrison, and Henderson. I'm not a huge Jake Ferguson guy. You know what he brings to the table. He's going to get you some points, but nothing special in my eyes. I know you're a little bit more of a homer, TJ, but I just think he's just a guy. But, again, he's going to get you points in that offense. Marvin Harrison, he's like the Joker card. Like, you just don't really know. He hasn't looked great. They got a whole new system coming in here, so hopefully they can get him going. I mean, he has so much talent. He really does. It's just he's got to get it going. I think I'm just going to bank on Harrison there. And then Travion Henderson's another one that we might have to wait another year, but I think he can be a PPR machine. We've seen small sample size with New England last year. He was a beast. It's obviously he's just in a log jam right now with Ramondre, which it shouldn't be like that, but that's how they play. So I like the future of them too, and then Jake Ferguson to get you some points. And then on the other side, Kraft, just too many injury problems for me. He's a really, really, really good tight end. I'm just not going to bank on the injury history. And Ladd McConkey, I really liked him after his rookie year, but boy, that second year was ugly, really ugly. And it really turned me off of him. It was that ugly. I think he's not a bad guy to have, just a guy I'm not really looking and getting, and I don't trust that Chargers offense as far as I can throw him. I don't trust the Chargers. So.
Fraud?
Huh?
Fraudulent?
I always say that. They're very fraudulent. You can't trust anyone in that offense. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to bank on the upside of Marvin Harrison, hopefully, fingers crossed. We haven't seen much yet. And then Travion Henderson, I do think will be a star in next year at least. So.
Okay, Wiz, there you have it. Ty's going to go for the 3 over the 2. This is half point tight end premium. Is it that big of a gap to you? Because I don't know what your thoughts are. I mean, I know that you're a fan of Ladd McConkey, but let me just say right now, I mean, really how it breaks down to me is Tucker Kraft, Jake Ferguson, is the gap big enough to justify losing the extra player maybe? I don't know what your thoughts are on this trade, Wiz. What side are you going to go with here?
Yeah, I mean, talk about talent from Ohio State. Like Marvin Harrison coming out was a can't-miss prospect, and somehow the Cardinals were fucking it up. Going over there, I mean, Ty brought up a good point with Tucker Kraft's injury history and stuff like that. Obviously, I like Kraft a lot. I think he's a really good tight end, and the talent's there. Everyone knows he's a good tight end. Just how many games am I going to get every year with him? And is he going to be out during the fantasy playoffs where it matters the most, right? For me, it just seems like Marvin Harrison and Henderson for Ladd and Kraft's probably a fair trade in that 0.5. You're giving away Jake Ferguson for free. So value-wise, I mean, that's definitely the stronger side. But then again, it just comes on your roster. Like, do you really – are you flush and loaded in your roster that you don't need – you're fine with missing a gap? Because Henderson's going to be a stud. Like, we saw it going throughout the year. Hey, he's an explosive player that could take it all the way down the field on one carry. We've seen that happen. Well, he did a punt, kickoff or a punt return, and he took it all the way to the house. He's had a lot of big runs through his time in New England with the limited touches. So when is he going to get the full workload or more of the workload is where the question's at. And he's just electric pass catcher. He's probably the closest thing we've seen to young Austin Eckler in a long time. So I just got to stay on that side. Just hopefully the Cardinals figure out how to use Marvin Harrison Jr., or he just goes somewhere that they're going to appreciate him. I don't know. Whatever he's got going on, he needs to figure it out. Like, third year now, he's going to be written off as a bust if he doesn't correct it this year. So big year for him this year, hopefully.
So let me just say this. The first time we agreed on this show, right? And, I think there'll be a lot more disagreements than agreements because of philosophies and you guys' styles. But, you both bring something different from a dynasty perspective, and that's what I love. But, yes, I agree with you guys because it really comes down to me. And, look, I'm a Tucker Kraft fan. Like, if the guy is back healthy, he's going to be, and he plays the whole season, he'll be a top 5 tight end. I don't have any doubts. Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, he has that ability. But, you just look at Ferguson, right? Tight end 8 last year. Like, if he can do that again, and I know that's a big if he can do that again, or tight end 10, and I know you can't stand it when I talk about Jake Ferguson, Ty, the gap isn't that huge, and you get those other 2 players for Ladd McConkey, the value is just too much on that side.
Well, and then it's half point, because Tucker Kraft's the highlight of that other side, and it's half point, and I think that makes a big difference too.
Yeah, because then you're getting closer to coming down to touchdowns again.
Right.
And we know Ferguson and Dallas can score. So, I mean, yeah, it's very close. That's a good trade.
I think, honestly, it came down to if it was a full point PPR, I think I would be on the Kraft side of things. Because I do like Ladd McConkey. Ty said fraud now, so he's on my shit can list, calling Chargers frauds. They just have bad luck, Ty. Everyone knows the Rams are poisoning their offensive linemen. That's why they just start like 4 or 5 different guys at each spot last year. We all know what's going on. But I do like Ladd. I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to be a solid wide receiver 2 guy.
What do you think, Ty? You agree with Wiz on that? I mean, you're sitting there saying that the Chargers aren't frauds.
They're frauds. Every single last one of them except for maybe Joe Alt.
What about Justin Herbert?
What about Justin Herbert?
Fraud.
Oh, he ain't that
He's
bad.
A fraud. Yes, he is.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
Uh-huh.
I've had enough of him too.
I'm pretty sure. All right, let me know if you guys agree with this statement. All right, I'm pretty sure Big Cat calls Justin Herbert big stupid pick guy because he throws like really dumb stupid picks. He's just big stupid pick.
When
guy.
I think of the Chargers, I think of the Chargers: Phillip Rivers, Antonio Gates, LaDainian Tomlinson, those boys, not these guys. I mean,
but they got it. They got Njoku. That's close to
I do like Njoku.
Gates.
I take that back, Joe Alt and Njoku. But I mean, whenever you have a home game and there's
Keenan
more
Allen?
away fans and that whole team is a fraud.
Okay.
One of the worst organizations
Eckler?
in the league.
Eckler was on that team.
He was. He got out. He's
Keenan
smart.
Allen. Like, there's been a lot of great talent on the Chargers. Yes, they always waste it. I mean, even going on defense side of the ball, like they've had a lot of great talent over there. They just waste it.
Yeah, say they've never done anything with it. So.
That's for sure. Well, we'll find out. Will the Chargers be frauds or will they shake that label?
Frauds.
We're going to find out.
Well, let's set the line. How many wins do they need to get this season?
I
in order
bet
not
you
to be
there
a fraud?
isn't even one Chargers fan that is a fan of this show. I bet you right now. Comment if there is, if I'm wrong. I doubt it. I mean, they have to have industry plants. They had that one lady. They're like, "Oh, Chargers superfan. That's an industry plant, buddy."
That's an industry plant. So Wiz asked you,
Can't tell me anyone gets that excited for Chargers football.
Wiz asked you how many wins this year over
How
under?
many wins? I didn't even look at their schedule.
Just pick a number.
Oh
What'd you say?
yeah. I haven't seen their schedule. Pick a number. I think they'll get 7 wins.
Ooh, that is low.
All right, Ty. Will you remove the fraud tag and maybe upgrade to a questionable fraud if they win one playoff game this year?
Sure.
Okay.
Good luck.
All right.
You don't have Phillip Rivers anymore, so
They almost won that one against Jacksonville.
almost.
Right?
And then guess what?
Oh no, they did win
The
that.
fraudulent
was
Justin
that the
Herbert
Jaguars
choked
that
it
came
away.
back?
Hey, Justin Herbert chokes it away every time. Frauds.
All right, enough with the Chargers bashing going on
sure.
right now. Okay, but I do agree. I started the fraudulent label. Let's go over now to Luke Brazel, a good friend of ours who had a roster review. He's got a trade here for us, Wiz. Starting with you, he would be giving up Xavier Worthy, Tyler Algier, Trey Benson,
Wow.
and he would be receiving Josh Downs and Michael Mayer.
Wow.
So he's given up 3 players for the 2. And it's kind of a lower end trade here, but who do you like in that group? I'll say it one more time. He's given up Xavier Worthy, Tyler Algier, Trey Benson, and he will be receiving Josh Downs and Michael Mayer.
Can I just take Fab for these players? Like, there's not one side that I'm like, wow, I like this player. I don't know. I guess I'll just keep the fucking Worthy side. I mean, Josh Downs, Indianapolis scares the fuck out of me, dude. Daniel Jones turning the Kirk Cousins Achilles. Doesn't sound good to me. They brought in Alec Pierce to that massive deal that's still puzzling NFL fans around the world of why the fuck they paid Alec Pierce so much money. Jim Irsay's in a better place now, and I think he's even better not knowing how much they paid fucking Alec Pierce. So, I don't know. Pass.
So you're going with Worthy. He's keeping the Worthy Algier Benson side. Ty, any difference in opinion there?
I do like Josh Downs, but I'm starting to think he's just not great, you know. And then
Going to be able to play a full season NFL.
Yeah, and that's the problem too, the injury history. I do like his game, though. I do like his game. I'll probably just go with the players too. Worthy. You know how he is. He's more of a best ball guy. I mean, what's he really going to do for you? Algier's a nice handcuff. I mean, and just a nice guy maybe to plug and play. He's going to get some time. And Trey Benson, there is Trey Benson. I mean, he's a young guy, and, maybe gamble on him. But, I mean, yeah, I do like Josh Downs, but, I mean, Michael Mayer don't mean nothing to me.
Worthless.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's more like them 3-on-1, and I do like Josh Downs, but I just can't trust the injury history. And even that Colts offense is pretty garbage, so I'll just take the 3 guys, but I don't think anyone can get hurt on either side there.
All right, so I have to agree with you. I'm not the biggest Xavier Worthy fan, but like you said, yeah, I mean, come on, like Michael Mayer's worthless.
Yeah,
really, Josh Downs, I'm like you guys, and I've said this, Indianapolis could turn into a bomb crater very quickly. And it could be really bad this year. And just think the Jets have their first-round pick, too.
Yeah, I was going to say, they trade away their first rounds. They have nothing to build around. They're going to be stuck to that Alec Pierce contract for fucking God knows how long. That Gardner's contract still a massive contract. Like, they're pressed. And they traded away their second-best offensive player, Michael Pittman, for what? You guys got him for a 6th-round pick or something like that?
Yeah, it was nothing. I mean, it was literally nothing.
So.
It was like a Christmas card, basically. We sent them, and we got Michael Pittman. So, yeah, I mean, it definitely could be bad. So, yeah, Luke, we're going to go with the players there. Give us Worthy and them guys.
But I do remember this roster audit. We're like, dude, you got to try to move these 3 guys over here. And I was like, try to trade to the love owner for whatever you can get. But this is not like Michael Mayer's roster clogger. Benson's probably borderline roster clogger. So
yeah, definitely. Let's go over now to the next trade. We'll start with Ty, and this one's a big one. And this is from our friend C. Will, who is trying to move off of Malik Neighbors into another package. So he would be giving up, Ty, Jawan Jennings, Keaton Mitchell, Florney from Dallas, the wide receiver, Jackson Dart, Malik Neighbors, and a 2027 second. And he's going to be receiving Jaden Daniels, Chris Olave, and Devonta Smith. So that is a massive trade. So I'm going to say it one more time. He's giving up Jawan Jennings, Keaton Mitchell, Florney from Dallas, Jackson Dart, Malik Neighbors, and a 27 second. And he will be getting Jaden Daniels, Chris Olave, Devonta Smith. What's your take on this trade?
Oh, my. Well, I fucking hate Jaden Daniels. Say that. With that being said, I still probably will lean the Smith, Olave, Daniels side. And, of course, of me, I just flipped Jaden Daniels for something else because he wouldn't be on my roster. But I just think there's 3 really good players there, proven players. I mean, Jaden Daniels just got a lot of value. I don't think he's extremely good, but he's going to offer you fantasy value. Devonta Smith, he's the alpha there now. I think he's going to have a really nice season. Olave, he's Mr. kind of consistent as long as he stays healthy. That's his big thing, which he did last year, I believe. I think he stayed pretty healthy. On the other side, I mean, you got a kind of a cast of characters. Jawan Jennings is okay, nothing special. Keaton Mitchell, again, another one, nothing special. Florney, nothing special. And you got Neighbors, but he's coming back from that knee injury. And Jackson Darts, you're going to have the 6-pack there. it's honestly how much you believe in them. I like Dart. I think Dart will offer you some fantasy value. I just don't think Dart and Neighbors in that second is enough for Daniels, Olave, and Smith. That's the kind of way I look at it. I just get them other players out of the way and just look at Neighbors, Dart second, or Smith, Olave, Daniels. And I think I'm just going to have to lean Smith, Olave, Daniels.
I like it, Ty. You have a way of breaking it down, right? Making it a little bit easier. Now, Wiz, I'm going to go over it one more time so you can hear it and so the fans
I got it all. I already got it all in my brain.
Oh, you got it all in your... Oh, okay. He's ready. He's prepared.
I'll tell you back. It's Jackson Dart, Neighbors, second, Juwan Jennings, Keaton Mitchell, and then that random Dallas Cowboys receiver that does nothing ever, but he's on everyone's roster for no reason. For Olave, Daniels, and Devonna.
Right.
Yeah. See, I got it. I knew you said something about a Cowboys wide receiver, and I was like, "Yep, he's on some of my rosters, but I never start him." But why is that? Why do we still have this guy on roster? Whatever. That's a conversation for another day. But I'm fine with moving Jackson Dart, TJ, and you know this, that I'm very against Jackson Dart. Just because it's John Harbaugh going in that system, and who the fuck did they have for their offensive coordinator? Matt Nagy. Why is this guy still in the league? Oh, right, because he goes back to Daddy Andy Reid to get his job somewhere. So he just needs to stop being offensive coordinator. He's fine holding the play sheet for Andy Reid, so Andy Reid call the plays. But being an actual play caller, he's horrible. We saw what happened in Chicago. I don't hate Jaden Daniels. I know Ty, he said he hates him, which is crazy. I think he's a solid guy. Just Commanders, that don't much going around him right now that help him out, and I think that's the biggest thing they need. Like if they could get a healthy, non-CTE Brandon Ayuk, I think that would be great for him. But it seems more and more that he's just no longer going to play in the NFL ever again. And Chris Olave, I mean, he has Tyler back there throwing him balls that are no longer hospital balls, so he's not going to die. That's keeping him healthy. And then Devonta Smith, I mean, he's gonna be the number one over there. I just don't want anything to do with the Giants right now, like Scadaboo, Dart. If I have Neighbors, I'm gonna hold on to him just because it's Mike Neighbors. He's a guy he's just elite. He's a guy that get open and do whatever he wants with the ball. It just sucks that it's taking forever to rehab that knee. Juwan Jennings going to the Vikings does not interest me. I was interested before the landing spot. Once the landing spot happened, I was like, eesh, nope, I'm good. He's going to replace the nice Jalen Naylor role. He's going to have a couple weeks this season that he's going to be startable, but good luck figuring out which weeks those are. 27 seconds, fine, whatever. Keaton Mitchell, I think he's definitely going to have value. He's going to have opportunity in that offense because he's a fast, speedy guy. Which is what Mike McDaniel likes. He likes those speedy guys, and so. But I'm going to take the Daniel side here.
Yeah, and look, I mean, let me just ask you to put you on the spot, Wiz. You said about not trading Malik Neighbors. Well, this is what Sewell's doing. Like, you're okay, though, like, if you're going to move him for the package he's getting, though, totally, right? Am I right about that?
I mean, it depends on what you're doing with your roster, right? If you're obviously contending, rumors are he's not going to be ready for the first couple weeks of the season because his knee had to go back there and get cleaned up. It just didn't rehab correctly or whatever. So at that point, I mean, you're going to need, if you rely on him and you need those kind of points, I'm fine doing that. I mean, I'd rather pivot to see if there's a rebuilding team that has a guy like CD, Amon-Ra, and kind of try to keep up in the same tiers with adding a pick over than tearing down for two other guys. But if that's the best deal you can get, that's the best deal you can get. So,
okay. And Ty, I mean, as far as like overall structure of the deal, I mean, are you happy with that, or do you think you'd kind of shop around a little bit? I mean, do you think you get more?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be pretty happy with it, but you know me, I would then move Jaden Daniels. I wouldn't keep him on my roster because if you want, I'm going to have a sucker take him off my hands. That simple for me. So I'm not holding on to that.
So you would trade him and get like one of these deals where you would get like a Jordan Love and a 27 first or something?
I'd do that. Yep.
Okay, all right. So there, Ty, he's always moving players in and out, and Wiz said you were crazy for not liking Jaden Daniels.
Nope. Not touching that with a 10-foot pole, not that organization.
The culture word with the Commanders?
That guy can't stay healthy.
We're still talking about Daniels. We're talking about Dart, the guy that just plows headfirst into defenders. You know what I mean? Like, At least Daniels will slide and try to avoid contact. He's not as elegant with it as Lamar, but even Lamar, like being elegant and reposition body so he doesn't take a full brunt. He gets hurt all the time as well. Like,
problem is,
you know what I mean?
is Dart don't have the injury history that Daniels.
He has
does.
the concussion
history.
history.
Dart doesn't take as big as shots. If you watch Jaden Daniels, he takes shots. I
don't know, dude.
Even in college,
gotta,
in college, that's what they even said coming out. Like this guy.
That's what they said about Jackson Dart coming out. He doesn't slide.
He just gets creamed.
I think you're mixing these guys up right now, Ty. I'll be honest.
No.
You're mixing them up. We gotta watch. All right, we gotta find a highlight tape of shots. Go back and forth. Who takes the biggest shots?
I bet you Jackson
Dart.
I bet you Jackson Dart finishes higher than Jaden Daniels this year in fantasy.
Ooh, there's an ominous prediction with Matt Nagy.
Yep.
Oh,
we could do a fantasy cares bet. $5.
Hey, Jaden Daniels ain't gonna play 10 games probably. So
you know what, Ty?
As long as Dart just plays them out, he'll be just
Drake
fine. Jaden Daniels can't even play a full season.
Jaden Daniels is gonna finish ahead of Drake May.
He'll be over there calling the plays, or help him call the plays with his little play sheet, his little headset on, where he belongs.
Let me tell you,
what it comes down to is Ty's upset that Jaden Daniels got the Campbell's soup commercial over Drake May. I think that's what it comes down to.
I think so.
Drake May's a lot more talented.
Well, but he got the soup commercial. You didn't hear what was said that Jaden Daniels got it over Drake May. They gave him the soup commercial.
Probably felt bad for him.
All right, I love it. This is what's great, though, having you two together, because I knew it'd be fireworks right away. And we got more good stuff, not only good Dynasty knowledge, but a lot of good, funny moments, and it's going to be coming in this show. But we got another trade coming up here, and we're going to start here with you on this one, Wiz. It's going to be from our friend JD Book. What side do you guys like? He's going to be receiving Jacoby Myers, Jawan Jennings, boy, he's coming up a lot tonight, RJ Harvey, and the 2026 101 Wiz, and he's going to be sending Isaiah Likely, Josh Downs, Cam Ward, and the 2026 102. So is that enough to move up to the 101 from the 102? What side do you like here and why?
So you said he's sending the 102 Likely and Cam Ward?
No, he's sending the 2026 102, Cam Ward, Josh Downs, and Isaiah Likely.
Oh, Downs. Yeah. The other Colts guy that's on everyone's rosters for some reason. Man, I think it's a little foolish of moving off of Cam Ward. I assume this trade was probably already done, since I would hope by now most teams have drafted, or I guess most dynasty leagues have drafted. Man, Likely to me, he's whatever. I don't think you're miss much. The guy he can't catch football. I mean, you guys saw it. Cost us the game against you guys last year. There's nothing overly appealing to me in this trade, right? What is your goal in completing this trade, right? Are you just trying to acquire Jeremiah Love, which he's on the Cardinals? I mean, he has Tyler Algier there that just got a decent contract for running back. So they're probably going to have to use him a little bit. Jacoby Myers is a nice, solid flex guy in there. RJ Harvey, who knows what's going to happen with him? Is he going to be a steady Eddie guy? Is he going to be an RB2? Is he going to be even worse? Don't really know. Don't get a lot of confidence. Just the other side of the deal, you're getting, all right, you need a quarterback, Cam Ward. That's the best you could get for the 1.1. To me, I guess I'm just more so confused. I probably see the roster construction of what the goal behind both these mindsets are. But I don't know. I feel like Love's going to be more insulated. I think Cam Ward's value is going to go up. So it's kind of a toss up there. If you're overloaded on quarterbacks, I'm fine with moving Cam Ward. If you need a quarterback, I'm fine with receiving Cam Ward. I think it's a very fair trade down the middle. There's just a lot of crap shoveled in the middle between the two to fill it up.
All right, so Wiz can make a case for either side here, Ty.
Also, we're going to let him get away with that.
He always gives the political answer, right? That's how he is. He gives the.
What do you mean? That was not a very political. I said it's like a bunch of shit shoveled in between both sides to fill up the gaps between stuff. It's like Like, do you care about receiving Juwan Jennings in a deal? Not really. Do you care about receiving Josh Downs in a deal? Not really. Isaiah Likely, does that help move the needle?
I like Isaiah.
Not
Likely.
really.
Ty likes Isaiah.
I like Isaiah Likely.
Oh, is
I don't think he has a
you
ton.
in all the
I don't
deals?
think he has a ton of value, but I like him.
Okay, let me see if I have any Isaiah Likely over here so I can move the needle over on trade for you, Ty. Trade him over to you real quick. But it just
Bring him on over.
like, you know what I
We'd
mean?
love to
It's
have
just a bunch of like. I'm not going on my way to acquire RJ Harvey like as a throw in. If I need to like wedge a little bit of value in my way or like give away a little bit of value, that's how I see like all these guys in here.
All right, so Ty, how does it break down to you? Is there any kind of a gap, or is it close? Like Wiz says,
it is close. I will say that, and I will agree. Like it is kind of a puzzling one. It really don't make a ton of sense. But I guess if you've seen the whole team, I'm sure it would. But I know now why you put us two on the show, because I think I'm on the North Pole and he's on the South Pole. I don't think we can agree on one single topic because he loves Cam Ward. I don't like Cam Ward.
right? I know you don't.
I know. Oh, I know.
Is Jeremiah Love worth though giving up that?
I still think I'll take that quarterback side, and I just move him and get a guy I want. I just think that it's hard to trade because you're going to get Mendoza at 102 most likely. Trade like two running backs really for two quarterbacks, and I know Cam Ward's got a lot of potential. So yeah, I just think that I'd rather have the quarterbacks than the running backs personally.
Wiz made a good point though. I mean, you could get Tate at the 102 and stack him with Ward too.
Stack 'em.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a good point on your point.
Yeah.
So like just saying that now, Wiz, like looking at it, I mean, like I was leaning that side anyway, but I mean, look, I get it. You want Jeremiah Love, but Arizona, how could you? I mean, like, look what they did to Marvin Harrison Jr. We talked about this, like when we talked about the Hidge trade, when we talked about Marv. Like, they can ruin players. Like, they just can. So, like, you want to put that kind of trust.
I think he's going to do good there.
Well, I mean, I think he can do good anywhere, but can they bring the absolute best out of him? They could bring out some bad stuff, too.
You know, James Conner ran pretty good there, and it's James Conner.
Right, I understand, but it's still Arizona in the back.
That was also with a different offensive system.
Yeah.
And that's when they had D-Hop. Because ever since D-Hop left, James Conner's been dead.
Just seems like Arizona is always a good spot for running backs. I mean, David Johnson was really good there for a long time. I gotta take the Ward side, but again, I'm moving Ward because that's just another player I don't trust, and I would rather move for a quarterback I like. I do like Likely. I think Likely's going to be pretty good this season. Don't really know how it's going to go there. We don't. Really, no one knows if it's going to be Gadsden, if it's going to be or more Gadsden, or more Likely, or a little bit of both. We'll see.
Than Giants, so it's Theo Johnson.
What's that?
Theo Johnson's the other guy for the Giants tight end.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I mean, we really don't know how that's going to go just yet, but I do like Likely. I think he has a lot of could hold some good value for you, and I do. And you guys know I love Jacoby Myers. He's super solid, but. Again, I think I just got to go with that quarterback side. It's just they're more valuable than running backs, and RJ Harvey don't move the needle for me enough.
And you can look at it like this. It's just more flexibility with that side to me. Likely, yes. I mean, there's people that are high, and if he does have a solid season, that's going to be a value there. You could get Cam Ward, Carnell Tate. You could do Cam Ward, Fernando Mendoza, and have two quarterbacks.
That's what I would probably do, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, there's more flexibility there, I think, and it just isn't worth that much to me to go up and get Jeremiah Love. And RJ Harvey, if he busts out, this trade's going to look terrible. It could look real terrible.
Yeah, and I don't trust him either,
no,
to be quite honest with you.
Absolutely. So I think what I would do there, JD, is I would hold what I have.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's what I'd be. But let's go over now to this next trade, Ty, and it's going to be from the Giants.
The Giants?
Yeah, Giants here in the Discord. You know, I know that that's a name that caught your eye, but he is going to be receiving Christian McCaffrey, TJ Hawkinson, and a 2028 third. He's sending Isaiah Likely, Deshaun Stribling, 2027 first, 2027 second. So what's your take on this one? If you had to go with one, what do you feel better about?
Who do you think I'm going to go with?
I'm going to say you're going to take the picks.
As soon as you said Christian McCaffrey, I said, yep, that's got to be team one for me. So I'm going McCaffrey. And again, it is hard because you don't know the roster layouts, like how competitive is this team. Because in 2027 first, you don't want to mess around and have a bad year and give up a really high pick, as good as Christian McCaffrey is. But if you do have a really competitive team there, and you know you can get there with a Christian McCaffrey, go with Christian McCaffrey because he's a league winner. He is every year. He's been staying real healthy for the 49ers. He's been running really well for him. He's almost always running back one. And then Hawkinson, is Hawkinson. Hopefully he can get back to his old ways. It's going to be tough, though, after that big injury. And what is it, a third?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just personally, that's the way I play fantasy. If you're that one piece away, if your team's really good and you're just that one piece away, go for it because that's what we do. That's what you do. You play to win.
So a little context here before I move on to Wiz. He said he's semi-competing but reluctant to do the trade because he don't even think he's a top 2 team right now in his league. So he's kind of just...
he's trading McCaffrey?
No. He's wanting to maybe get him. Oh. But what I'm saying is there's 2 teams he's saying that are really good.
It's risky. Again, I just think if you take a look at your team and you really truly believe in your squad, do it. But if you don't think it's good enough to beat them guys, as much as I love McCaffrey, I don't think you can do it. Just because this 2027 class is going to be probably pretty special. So...
Right. It's just a reality check.
Personally, though, for me, with my team layouts, I'm going McCaffrey.
But you have to be confident in
You have to be confident, yeah, because you don't want to F around and give up in 2027 first and seconds if it's high. So.
All right. So there you have it, Wiz. Just out of context, like Ty said, right? If you don't feel good about it, he'd stand pat. But if he likes where he's at comparatively, he wouldn't mind rolling the dice. If you do feel good about where your roster is, do you think this trade makes sense, or do you think you just rather hold what you have?
Yeah, first off, Giants, this would be probably a good roster if you want a second set of eyes on it to submit for roster review. A little shameless plug there for us. But, yeah, Chris McCaffrey, he can be a league winner. You just need the other pieces around to help insulate those points, right? You just need those steady Eddie guys. Like he will win you weeks by himself when he scores those 30-something points. He's, and it's such a nice piece to have in there, especially when he's healthy. And hopefully his Achilles is all fine and dandy now. TJ Hawkinson, Kyler Murray's going to be the starting quarterback there. JJ McCarthy's not going to fucking win that job over there. And we've seen Kyler Murray, his tight ends are usually pretty successful, right? We saw Zach Ertz have a great career out there in Arizona. Trey McBride had really good time with Kyler Murray as well. And then you're getting that third back, which usually thirds were like, oh, who cares? But this sounds like it's going to be coming from a rebuilding team, so it's going to be like the 3-1, 3-2, 3-3. And if you are a contending team, that's a late second. That's one of my favorite deals to do because people see the second. Oh, yeah. But if it's at 2-12 and you get the 3-1 back, you're moving back a spot and you're getting that much more perceived value in there. It makes a lot of sense. So on my contending teams, I'm fine with paying a late first for Chris McCaffrey any day. And it seems like you're giving a second and Stribling for Hoxton and getting a third back. And I'm fine with taking the dice for on Hoxton because I think he's going to be a top 10 tight end this year. So
really elegantly put, Wiz. And I think that's really what it comes down to, Giants. And if you don't feel like you're the top dog or have a chance to be, just don't play around. Just keep what you have. But like Ty and Wiz said, if you feel like you can win it, the value isn't bad at all. Like it's definitely fair, right? That's for sure.
And like I said, like the roster audit tools with TJ and I, just being there, I want you to be brutally honest with my team or where you take a racks up. And we will be brutally honest. Like usually when we run through it, people say they're contending and we're talking off the air while we're pre-recorded these, like trying to figure out what kind of trades to do. We're like, dude, this guy doesn't have a dog chance in hell of fucking contending, Right. And we could be brutally honest with you in there. And we don't have a problem with that. About where your team lies and what you need to do if you want to be a contended team. But a lot of times you just need the stuff to fall your way. And fantasy, you can know all the stats, you can know all the things, project as much as you want, but it still comes down to luck at the end of the day. So
right. And that's what's great about the Discord, right? Brutally honest, but we do it because we care, right? We want to see you hold on to what you have. We don't want to see you get on a bad trade and put yourself and your roster in a bad spot. That's what we talk about, right? We just try to do it the best we can for everybody and try to guide you on the right path. But we have another one here, starting with you, Wiz. It's going to be T-Robs. He's going to be giving up Ty's boy, A.J. Brown, the new New England Patriot, and he's going to be receiving Devonta Smith, Tony Pollard, and a 2027 early third.
I just don't know how relevant the Tennessee running backs are going to be, right? Every year, like, you're going to have the weeks that you can start Tony Pollard, but Tajay Spears is still there. They draft Nicholas Singleton there. Is he going to be a factor there they brought in Brian Daboll. Who knows what's going to be going on there? So I just, if I have Tony Pollard on a roster, I'm not really feeling confident when he's going to be a bench guy that I'm going to see how the first couple weeks play off. But I mean, honestly, looking at it, A.J. Brown or Devonta Smith, I think I would probably have it's close, and that's the thing to me. I think I might rather have Devonta Smith over A.J. Brown right now at the point that he's in. I mean, the career-wise, unless if I'm a true blown contender, that because I think A.J. Brown probably will score a bit more points than Devonta Smith this year, but the age-wise there, I think Devonta Smith can be a steady Eddie guy, and A.J. Brown has the boomer bust potential being a top 10 wide receiver, where I think Devonta Smith would probably be a solid wide receiver too, but is it worth, getting 2 years older, 3 years older? Yeah, so that's kind of the way I see it. And then you're just getting Pollard in a third kicked in for no reason. So
he is rebuilding, right? And, Wiz just talked about that. If you're a contender, definitely keep A.J. Brown. But if you're rebuilding, he don't mind it. Ty, if you're rebuilding, is it enough? Because, look, I know you're not in a lot of these situations, but do you think that, and I want to talk to Wiz about this too, do you think that there's a world where A.J. Brown could blow the top off here and then you could get more potentially? Should you wait or should you do it now?
I'd wait. Personally, I think it's going to work. I mean, he's a prototypical guy for Drake May. I mean, look how well Drake May played with, Keyshawn Butte last year, and he's a bigger receiver. Like, I feel like it's going to work, and I feel like that's the only reason why his value isn't getting it even higher, even at its ceiling, just because I think people are a little leery on how it's going to go. But, I mean, this is where he's been wanting to go. He got it. I mean, and really, do you trust Drake May or do you trust Jalen Hurts more? And personally, I mean, I'm trusting Drake May more. I mean, he makes shit happen. On a rebuilding team, I just don't think getting Devonta Smith and, I mean, Tony Pollard. I like Tony Pollard, but what's he really going to offer you? And then a third. I mean, I just don't think that's enough for me personally to give up a juggernaut like A.J. Brown, who's almost a top 10 receiver every single year. So, I like A.J. Brown this year, and I think I'm going to hold him. And if you are intending to move him, I think you can get more personally.
Okay, so let me just say this, right? I mean, I think I agree with you, Ty, and I think Wiz. I want to get your response on this, Wiz. But like, if I'm rebuilding, Ty does have a point. Like, I don't know, is Devonta Smith going to be that top 10, 12 guy? I just don't think he can do it. I mean, I'm not saying he can't backdoor his way into a season or two like that, maybe. But, like, I don't know. Is he really that nice of a pillar to build around? You know what I mean? Like, would you just rather get a first and then let me get the player of my choosing and try to go for a big ceiling? I don't know. I just feel like I would probably go down that path in a rebuild scenario. What's your thoughts? Do you disagree with that?
I mean, honestly, I mean, in a nutshell, I think, right. I mean, like I said, I think A.J. Brown has all the potential to be a top 10 wide receiver, where Devonta Smith's going to be a solid wide receiver too. Probably right around that 18 to 16 range is where, if I had to put a number on it there. But what's the point separation going to be? That's like maybe 30, 40 extra points in a given season. So 4-point difference. And then you're getting younger as well.
Yeah, but how much younger?
It's only a year and a half.
Yeah, it's not a.
Is it only a year and a half?
Yeah, it's not a big gap. See, that's what I was going to say next. Like the gap, because I just seen that too. The gap is not as big as you think it would be.
Yeah, I honestly didn't know Devonta Smith was 27 years old.
Yeah, I thought he was young. I thought he was like 25 or something like that.
Halfway to 28.
So does that make a difference with the age? I mean, it ain't like he's 25, 26. Like, I mean, the production. I get what you're saying, Wiz, and it's a value. It's a valid point, but like, I don't know. Like, is it enough? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it enough with the age the couple more wide receiver 2 seasons potentially?
I mean, with it, I mean, I see it as A.J. Brown. You could probably sell to the right manager for first, right? You're probably not getting first plus. Those years are gone. Devonta Smith, you could probably sell for a first. So they're pretty equal in value is like what my mindset is. And then you're getting Pollard and a third kicked in there. So that's why I still kind of lean the Devonta Smith side, because I think it's a sweet deal that it's kind of hard to pass up, even though like I don't think Pollard's gonna be very relevant. But if he has a good couple first weeks, starts season out hot, flip for a second, and then now you have Devonta Smith, you could flip Devonta Smith for a first. If he starts, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot more comparatively to what if AJ Brown starts season off high, you're no longer going to give 2 firsts for AJ Brown. Does not, unless if he's dropping like game breaking stats, which I just don't believe the Patriots going to do that this season. I think they're going to regress a lot. They had the easiest schedule. They're big benefactors of that. I think Patriots are frauds. You know, you're calling Chargers frauds. I think Patriots are very much so frauds. And I think Drake May is going to be a solid guy, but I don't think he's going to be elite by any means. So
Ty's face.
I'm just trying to think of a response.
Yeah, that can factually like
my mind
like where they not benefit from an easy schedule.
You know what I mean? You're not one of these
easy
guys.
Playoff schedule like Bo Nix. If Bo Nix had a healthy ankle,
hey, they can only play the people that's in front of them, and they mowed down pretty much everyone they played. I mean, and even the big bad Buffalo Bills. I mean, rolled them. I mean, I don't know. I hear that a lot. It's the schedule. I mean, that team made it through and went to the Super Bowl. I mean, yeah, and it wasn't pretty in the Super Bowl. They got beat by a better team, which we kind of figured was going to happen because I didn't think New England was ready, and they still went there. But, yeah, I think they might regress a little bit. But, I mean, they got better. And just going back to the trade, I just think if you're going to move A.J. Brown, you got to go after more of an alpha-type guy than Devonta Smith. Devonta Smith's not an alpha. It's not. Right. He's not.
Right.
I mean,
you like him, but
I don't know.
You like him, but he's not a dominator.
I like Devonta Smith.
He's just not a dominator.
He's not a dominator. He's a good player, very good receiver, but he's not a dominator. So I honestly think it'd be more interesting if you swap Devonta Smith out and put like a George Pickens there. I think that'd be more interesting.
Yeah.
25 years old, finished wide receiver 5 last year, and he's more of a dominator.
You heard it here first, DNA Strand crew. If you have time in a league and you have A.J. Brown, send it to him for a first.
2027 first, A.J. Brown, send it over.
and make sure you ask for a nice plus.
I would break that app so fast by hitting accept, it wouldn't even be funny. I'd shut their servers down.
Oh, here we go. See, this is what's great about this content. And let me just say, I agree with Ty. Wiz has a valid point, but I do think you could get more. I think that's the moral of the story. Like the way I approach it and the way Ty approaches it, but Wiz could be right. We'll see. I don't think it's a horrible trade by any means, and I think Ty will even say
no, it's not horrible. I would just be looking for a better prototypical receiver.
And if you're going to move him, you're waiting to hope that the blow-up comes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to let you get wild with an offer early.
Okay. All right. Well, we got one more to go over here, and we're going to start here with you on this one, Ty. It's going to be from Maverick, and it's a 10-team, 1 quarterback, okay? Not a lot of 1 quarterback, full PPR. Okay. Thoughts? He says, I'm likely not a contender this season. He's trading away Amon-Ra St. Brown. And I know that hurts you hard in the heart.
That just dropped my heart there.
He's trading away Amon-Ra St. Brown, and he's receiving Brian Thomas Jr., Quinshawn Judkins, and a 28 first.
I like Judkins. I don't mind Brian Thomas. I've already said, though, before, I'm a little leery, kind of on red alert right now with him. 28 first. I'd hold on to Amon-Ra. He's too talented for me. I mean, he's one of the best receivers in the league. I just feel like you could get more. What you could get, I don't know off the top of my head, but I just feel like you can get more. I do like Judkins, but like
you like the players. Are you worried about their situations? Is that mainly what it is?
That and I don't know. Are they good enough? Are they good enough to get enough back for an Amon-Ra, because you know what you're going to get on Amon-Ra. Like he's a top 5 guy almost every year.
3.
Top 3, yeah, whatever. So, and you're getting Judkins back, who is good, but is he a top 10 running back? No. You're getting BTJ back. Is he good? Sure, but is he a top 15 receiver? No. and a 28 first, which obviously we don't even know where that's going to end up. So I would stick with Amon-Ra. He's too talented.
But you see, though, I agreed somewhat with what you said, except for the fact, like, you say, like, these guys don't have the talent to be that.
I don't think they do.
I think they do. See, that's where it differs from me.
I like Judkins. I just don't think he's that kind of guy.
I think he could be if he was on a good team. I think he really could be. The guy is a good running back.
And then he's a little bit, doesn't he have some off-field issues too, a little bit?
Well, it was all cleared up. It was just something small, and it got cleared up.
No, it was a little bit bigger than small.
It got cleared up. It was all.
So that
Yeah,
honestly,
domestic violence isn't a small case, though, you know.
And that plays a part too. I mean, that shit matters. So he's a little bit of an idiot off the field.
He's a knucklehead, for sure.
And that shit matters to me because I want my guys to be available. And if I'm trading them away, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, I want studs and I want guys that are going to be there for me, you know, for the years to come. So, yeah, I'm keeping Amon-Ra, too talented.
Well, and let me just say this. It's not even so much the Judkins thing for me. My thing is you're getting a running back, too. And we know what running backs are when you're getting them in a trade like this for a player like Amon-Ra. I mean, one injury away, it could just be a disaster. I mean, if it was another young, talented receiver, it might move the needle a little bit more.
And he blew his knee out last year.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. And then you're on the Cleveland Browns, who they're probably going to run him into the ground. And it's a shame because they're going to ruin him. No doubt about that. So, I mean, I think I tend to agree with you here, Ty. It's definitely not an insulting trade.
I think Brian Thomas is the wild card because if he could be like he was in season one, then I think he'd win the trade. But I don't think he's that kind of guy.
And why take the risk?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it comes down. Like, I agree with you. Like, if he is that guy, you would win the trade. If he is going to be for sure, like, if you could guarantee me that here right now,
right,
you would win the trade.
I agree.
But the problem is you know what you're getting with Amon-Ra. It's wide receiver 3, 3, 3. And even if he falls off to 7 or 8 or 10, it ain't like it's a horrendous fall off, and it's still solid, consistent production. Wiz, look, I think that it's close. I think one more piece could maybe move it in that direction, but I just think that with it being a running back in Judkins, you know, and a 28 first, not a 27 first, I think I got to stick with Amon-Ra here just by a hair.
I think you guys are smoking crack at TJ's house right now. I mean, the way I see it, right? I think Brian Thomas and Judkins for Amon-Ra is a fair deal, and the reason why you would turn that down is if you're contending and you got roster depth that, you know, it just makes no sense. Like, I'd rather take the points of Amon-Ra, but if I'm in the middle of the team rebuilding and I'm getting a 28 first on top for no reason, like, I feel like 28 first is just way more than what need to be added to the trade. So in a value, without starting any of these players alone, just the value side of that, I feel like that's the stronger side of the trade 100% of the time. It's just, what are your intentions behind this trade? Are you middle of the team that, you know, you're like, I'm not going to win with Amon-Ra. I'm going to get younger. You're getting slightly younger.
Not much.
And with
26 years old, Wiz. I mean, he's still
26, and you're getting a 23-year-old. That's 3 years.
Oh, I know. But the thing is, though, you still got.
And then you're getting a running back on top of it. Like, Judkins is a great, talented running back. And
you still could get you still could get 4 good years out of Amon-Ra as a building block.
100%. But the lines, I mean, Teixeira's talked about it so much that he thinks the lines are going to fall off this year. I mean, what is that going to mean? What is that going to mean? But my whole thing is, if I'm a middle of the road team, I'd rather just get the more assets there. If Brian Thomas, if they can figure out how to utilize them there, or Trevor Lawrence figures out how to throw a deep ball to Brian Thomas, then it makes sense to me. Right? So Judkins, Browns are going to get better eventually. And if not, then he's going to be a Nick Chubb, that a guy he's going to finish as back in RB1 all the time. I'm cool with that. And then you're going to 28 first on top of it that I could use to play around with.
So you're telling me you're going to trade a top 3 guy at the probably one of the number 1 positions in fantasy football for wide receiver, finished wide receiver 42 last year, and a running back who has off-field issues and tore his ACL.
No, it wasn't. It was a fractured fibula.
Whatever. 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 Devastating leg injury.
But it's not an ACL, though. You know what I mean?
Well, it's still a devastating leg injury.
This is good.
I would say gruesome, like, not devastating though. Like,
in hell, I'm doing.
Listen,
that.
like I'm saying, if I'm a contending team, I'm obviously not going to move Amon-Ra, like, no matter what the price is. But I think as a value, and you're getting a 28 first on top of it, it just makes so much sense to fucking do it. If I'm middle of the road,
this is
that's
great.
what I come down to.
And this is just episode 1, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just say,
just the value, like Dynasty's won through acquiring these values, right? And if you want to look at Brian Thomas's, what do you finish his rookie year? Wide receiver 9, 10?
4.
Okay,
4.
but
4. Oh, 4 overall. So he was like 1 or 2 spots behind Amon-Ra. If he can get back to close to that number, wide receiver 1, it makes sense.
What happened? What happened though?
Well,
Why did he go from 4 to 42? What happened?
Well, he was a little hurt, a little banged up.
Oh, a little banged up.
That's what he said. He did say that.
Came back.
Oh my!
But to Ty's credit, though, Wiz, and he said this in your defense. He said if Brian Thomas would do it, you would win the trade.
Yeah.
So he did, but he's just too afraid to take the gamble.
But if he doesn't, and he is like a wide receiver 25 guy, you got burned. Bad.
Yeah, but like I said, like if you're a middle of the road team, that it doesn't matter if Amon-Ra is going to be at wide receiver 3, you're still not going to win. What's being in the middle of the road going to do for you?
I'm not saying not to trade Amon-Ra. I just think there is better shit out there to trade him for.
I honestly don't think you could get a better deal than what's on the table right now.
I think you could if you really sat down and looked at it. I honestly think you could.
All right. We'll go through the deals real quick on the most recent database here. Quishon Judkins, Labakaki, and 28 third for Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Where are you getting this at?
I pulled up on KTC.
Oh, KTC.
Well, these are recent trades that people have done.
These are people that are you don't even know who these guys are. These people might not even know what's going on. I'm just saying, what other better deals are you going to get? I don't know.
Would you rather have Amon-Ra 28 first?
I don't know off the top of my head. I can't build a trade right off the top of my head. But if I really sat down, I think you could get. Yeah, but these guys, you don't even know who these people are.
So let me just interject here. Like Ty's saying better. Like if it's super flex league, you want to get into a quarterback or like you want to get into picks.
Maybe, but I think there's better wide receivers out there. I really do. Like,
all right,
Ty, who would you? I would rather have a Tet McMillan than a Brian Thomas.
So you're saying that'd be more moving the needle for you?
Absolutely.
All right, Ty. This might be the closest one that is slightly better. All right. Emeka Ibuka and Harold Fannin for Amon-Ra.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think you're going to. Okay, Amon-Ra, Tet McMillan, and 27 first for Amon-Ra and Kyle Manungai.
What was it?
Tet McMillan, 27 first for Amon-Ra and Kyle Manungai.
It's a little closer. Little closer.
But I'm saying like what he has on the table right now is probably one of the best.
It's one of the better ones, but I think you could get better. I really do think you could get something better. I think you really could. There's always a better trade out there to be made.
I think at this point I would rather tear off Amon-Ra and go down to a Jefferson because Jefferson's has less value than Amon-Ra right now.
I wouldn't mind that.
So you got an agreement out of Ty on that. But you're right, Wiz. I mean, that makes good sense. I mean, he is kind of down in the value pool. CD Lamb's another one. I know Ty would get behind that.
It's just hard. When you're rebuilding, your team's obviously bad. So Amon-Ra is probably one of his only, really good players. And you're playing lottery tickets. And I don't like that. I want guys where I'm like, yep, he's a stud. Yep, he's a stud. I'm not going to play this game where, Brian Thomas went from wide receiver 4 to wide receiver 42. Yeah, I'm going to gamble on it. And if he don't pan out, you're screwed. You are screwed.
Okay, well, the thing is that in rebuilding, you have to take those chances and those risks, right? It doesn't, you can't just keep holding on to studs because guess what? Then your pick's going to be going, pick 3 instead of pick 1. Like, look at the gap this year. The pick between Mendoza and Love is like a first-round draft pick for no reason.
I'm not playing lottery tickets with guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm sorry. I can't.
How many? All right, Ty. How many firsts do you need for Amon-Ra St. Brown?
I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know. Two at least, but they got to be high.
They got to be high.
They got to be real high, at least.
And 3 random 27 first.
What was it?
3 random 27 first.
3 random 27 first? Yeah, I mean 3 first, probably, yeah. In 2027, absolutely, yeah.
That's what you can sell Brian Thomas for a first, Judkins for a first, and you get another first. That's what that deal is.
I don't know if you could get. I don't know.
All right, Wiz is trying to tempt him, but okay, so Ty says lean, keep Amon Ra. I think I'm just going to lean that way too, just because.
And I'm not even just saying keep him. I'm just saying maybe shop around a little more. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you have to keep him. Shop around.
Okay, so Ty says shop around. Shop around, and Wiz is on the other side. But let me just say this.
It's 3 first in value.
Good first episode, and you know what? The fireworks are just beginning here on Dynasty After Dark. And thank you to all the members of the Discord for submitting awesome trades and, keeping this kind of debate stuff alive. We love that. And as Wiz said, if you want a roster review, we could do that over for you there as well. We'd love to have you join the Discord. If you are enjoying the content here on Spotify, Apple Pod, Stitcher, Amazon, any of the big podcasting platforms, and you haven't yet, please follow and 5-star the show. Greatly helps. We so appreciate it. If you want to check out Dynasty DNA on YouTube, please like and subscribe Dynasty DNA on YouTube. Follow us on X at Dynasty DNA _. Listen, I know I speak for Ty, Wiz, everyone here at the Dynasty DNA Network when we say, hope you guys have a great, great weekend here ahead of you, and we'll see you all on the next episode of Dynasty After Dark.